What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. This should be a quickie, hopefully. We are just going to move our swarm that's in that swarm trap to a new hive body that we have here for them and set them back in place. It's getting pretty warm this weekend, so it's about 95 or something like that. So that box does have some side ventilation, but doesn't have a roof ventilation there. You can see the girls. Let me spin it around. They are fanning the hole trying to get air into the hive. I don't know if you can see them. You can hear them. It is pretty breezy today, and it's not, to me, that humid, so I don't think it's that bad for them, but it's still time. They've outgrown that box, so I'm going to put them in a new hive body. So hang on and see how it goes. All right, guys, so here is that swarm trap, and here's where they're going to go. We already have 5 frames here, and there's already 5 frames in there. They've already got 3 to 4 built out. We're going to move them all over here. Because we gave them 3 from existing or pre-existing hive that already has drawn comb, and then we have 2 empties. And they'll bring some empties over from this one. Well, let's see. Oh, and in case you've never seen inside, there's a screen bottom. The landing board's here, and they go into the hole there, and up on the screen and onto the combs. They're going to be for this part. So here we go. Yeah, you can see some girls in this box. All right, so see how they built all this comb at the bottom? I've got to scrape that off. Because it won't fit in the box with that comb hanging down there. And they already do have a little brood in it. I don't know if you can see in these cells, there's larvae there. The capped cells are capped new brood. And you see all the, oh man, might even see a queen here. I'm not gonna be able to look for it right now because I gotta get this done. But you can see the larvae in those cells. This is more of a pain in the ass than I thought. They have built a lot of comb on the end of this. I'm gonna have to rethink this for a little bit. Hey, what's up, guys? So on my last update, my phone overheated again, being out in the 90-something degree heat and sun, and we have a little mess going on. Let me show you real quick. So I tried to move all the bees from this box into their new hive. Well, they had extended comb. I'll show you pictures on the bottom of the frames. So it's hard to move them without scraping the bottom, but they had already put brood in the bottom. So I had to do a double, almost like a double deep. You see how there's 2 boxes instead of 1, so that I could let the frames dangle down into that other empty box. But a lot of the foragers, pretty much all the foragers are going here. I don't see almost any bees in that box, so we got to open it up and see what's going on. Got to get the rest of these bees over there. The only thing left in this box was a big piece of comb that fell off into the bottom. Could have the queen on it. It had a lot of brood, so hopefully we didn't squish the queen. The queen's probably still here because the bees are all still going back here. But I don't know, so we're gonna open it up and find out. So we gotta use this deep frame because you'll see why. I'm gonna hold my frames temporarily in here, but you guys see where the bees had already put wax and honey in this box. So I'm just cutting it out. What's left? There's some cut comb. You can actually cut that stuff out and jar it. So we're just gonna cut the rest of this stuff out so we can use this. I don't want the bees getting on this while I'm trying to keep them on their frame. So you can see how they bring all this in. So I cut this off, and they're pretty good at engineering this stuff, so it stays on pretty well until I get a hold of it. And there we go. And cut it off there. This is all resource. You see all there would have been honey if we let it have it stayed in there, and they dehydrated that stuff down. Would have been a whole thing of honey here and here. That's just a little capped already there. But I'll set this out and let the bees go at it because they'll use this. They'll come collect this later. Actually, this time of year, it's weird. If there's flowers blooming, they won't touch it. But as soon as there's nothing to eat, man, they'll hit that stuff in a couple minutes. They'll be all over it. All right, so let's take a look in here and see. You'll just tell what I'm talking about. All the frames are in that one. They were in here. But I got a lot of bees still in here. See, look at all them bees. And see how that comb had fallen off? So the queen could be down in there. See all that brood? They're raising that. God dang it, this is such a pain in the butt. Because without knowing where the queen is, it's dangerous. I don't want to kill her. Shit. So I'm really trying to get them all over here. I already moved there. They had 3.5 frames full and brood and everything else in here. They really only needed 1 deep, not 2, but like I said, because I got comb dangling down. I want to take it off. You'll see what I mean. Now you see what I mean? How they built comb on the bottom. They got brood in there. You see them nursing the brood? So I don't want to cut it off yet. But now I give them all this extra space they don't really need, which can cause other problems. You can see it anyway. So I don't know if the queen's in here. You see they've already connected this stuff together. It's only been one day. Alright, so far this is what we're doing. I put a bunch of shallow frames down below because I don't want them building more of that comb hanging down. If I put the rest of those frames in, they're just going to keep doing that on the rest. And then it's hard to pull them out to inspect or whatever, harvest honey. So I put some frames in here, some shallows, to take up that space. And I'll put these frames back in. And I'm not sure what we're going to do with these yet. I have to probably give them a couple days and see if I can find the queen. Alright, so we got their frames back in. You see these little spacers? These are for bee space. Bees don't like to be too far apart. And if bees have just a little gap, they'll build extra comb connecting them. They do all kinds of crazy stuff. They like to be real tight. The other thing is they don't want too much space to guard when they don't have enough bees. So we've given them probably too much space, unfortunately for the population, but this is where we're at. Hopefully they'll figure it out and maintain it. So now I'm going to probably, I guess I'm going to add 5 new frames here on this and see if the bees will probably get up on those frames. 5 new deeps and see what I can see after a couple days of them on the frames here. We might have just made an accidental split, so we might have done, and we'll find out. Alright, for all my honey lovers, we just pulled 3 frames. I got to sweep the bees off. 3 frames of honey out of this top super. Could probably pull more, but I'm just going to do this for today, and we replace with these new plastic frames. I've never used them before, so we'll see how it goes. And these girls are getting real active over here. A lot of orientation flying going on right now. It's about 12 p.m. on Sunday. Check this out. They're swarming right while we're out here doing this stuff. That is not orientation flying. See them pouring out of the front? First time been suited up for a swarm so we can get up here. Whoever rings the bell and tells the girls to come out, I don't know, but man, look how they just pour out. We just opened those girls yesterday, I swear. So we'll chase another queen maybe, I don't know, jeez. It could be a swarm or they're just pissed off because I was messing with them. They can do that too, just abscond and the whole hive will just take off. We won't know for a little while. The usual air is filling with bees. I was right here taking honey from their neighbor. And here they are swarming. That was a swarm. That box was caught as a swarm. That was the first one. We got in like March or something. I have to look at the video to know when. So I don't know. They might not just like the box. Meanwhile, I just got to sweep these bees off with my bee brush so we can take that last bit of honey. And there they go. Now sometimes they will fail to swarm and they'll go back in. I've seen that quite a few times actually, and they'll just go back. But who knows? I didn't think there were that many bees in that box. I went up with a super. You can see they have plenty of room. But it's what they do naturally to double the bee population. Isn't it wild how they come out of there though? I mean, it's like stumbling on each other just to get out. When people don't believe me how many bees are in these boxes, now you can see. Usually 30 to 50,000 in a swarm. I swear this hobby is a lot. Alright, it's been a few minutes. I don't see them congregating in any one area, so I don't know that they're actually swarming. Seems like it'd be awfully small number of bees from what I've seen in there to swarm, but and they, like I said, got space. Not that that means everything. I don't see them congregating up in the air. And there are bees going back in, which that's normal too, but I haven't seen the queen go anywhere, meaning I haven't seen enough clustering around in flight to think that the queen went out. It could just be me messing with them too. You can piss them off, or they just go find a new home. All right, guys, you can see some of the issues with beekeeping, but let me show you this. This is only about 15 minutes after you saw what looked like a swarm. I don't think they swarmed. They all went back as far as I could tell. Back to calm. It's hard to believe they can go through that much activity and back to calm so quick. But that's the bee life. All right, so for my honey lovers, we pulled 3 more frames out of that top box. We're going to get some more here probably next week. And I already pulled 1 deep frame earlier, so we'll have some honey for everybody who wants it real soon. All right, everybody, having a good Sunday, and we'll catch up again soon. Bye.